Believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and you'll be saved.
You still need help from the boss. We need help from the boss. That's what happened. We need help.
Ultimately, I believe that suffering leads to salvation, or we go through the gate of forgiveness, which leads to grace.
God, that's all I can say. Jesus Christ.
That's Jesus. Jesus has always been there. He'll never leave you, never forsake you.
Jesus saved us, and Jesus is the only answer.
Somebody said to me the other day, "You're the most famous person in the world by far." I said, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." They said, "Yes, you are." I said, "No." They said, "Who's more famous?" I said, "Jesus Christ."
What was he? That's the question. Jesus Christ, who are you? Who is Jesus?
The Man Who Claimed to Be God, a research-based narrative. The name Jesus is one of the most recognized in history. But who was he? A teacher? A prophet? Or, as Christians believe, God in human form? Let's examine the historical and theological evidence surrounding his life, teachings, and impact. Ancient scrolls and artifacts appear on screen. First, let's address the question, did Jesus exist? The consensus among historians is yes. Roman historian Tacitus, in his Annals, mentions Jesus and his execution under Pontius Pilate. Jewish historian Josephus, in Antiquities of the Jews, also refers to Jesus, calling him a wise man and noting his crucifixion. Jesus was born in an ordinary town. His teachings were anything but ordinary. Unlike other religious leaders, who pointed to philosophies or divine laws, Jesus directed people to himself. This bold claim set him apart, sparking controversy and drawing crowds wherever he went. The Gospels describe numerous miracles attributed to Jesus, healing the blind, enabling the lame to walk, and even raising the dead. These acts weren't mere spectacles, they were recorded by eyewitnesses, many of whom faced persecution but refused to deny their accounts. Even natural phenomena were reported. During his crucifixion, darkness fell over the land, and an earthquake shook Jerusalem. Modern seismic studies confirm an earthquake occurred in the region around AD 33, aligning with gospel accounts. Jesus' crucifixion is one of the most documented events in ancient history. The Romans used crucifixion to humiliate and destroy. Yet, Jesus approached his execution differently. This act of forgiveness, even toward his executioners, left an indelible mark on history. But the story doesn't end at the cross. The claim of Jesus' resurrection is perhaps the most extraordinary. The Gospels describe an empty tomb discovered 3 days after his death. Skeptics argued his body was stolen, but the presence of Roman guards and the disciples' initial fear make this theory unlikely. Over 500 people claimed to have seen Jesus alive, touched his wounds, and spoken with him. These accounts were so compelling that his followers faced martyrdom rather than deny them. How does Jesus compare to other religious figures? Leaders like Buddha, Muhammad, and Confucius directed followers to wisdom or divine principles. Jesus, however, pointed to himself, saying, "This claim is unparalleled in religious history and continues to challenge skeptics and believers alike." Jesus' life and teachings have had a profound impact on the world. His ethical principles influenced Western law and culture. Christianity, rooted in his teachings, has grown to become the largest religion globally, with over 2 billion adherents. Archaeological discoveries, like the sites of Nazareth and the Garden Tomb, provide further historical context to the gospel narratives. Jesus' existence is more than a matter of faith, it is a well-documented historical reality. His teachings, miracles, and the claim of resurrection continue to inspire debates, studies, and devotion worldwide. Whether viewed through the lens of history or theology, the man who claimed to be God remains one of the most influential figures of all time.